Hi, my name's Daryl, and here's the Toyota news for the week of November 23rd. So, in some really big news, a Japanese magazine reported that the Toyota Celica has been confirmed. So, basically, they went to the former CEO and now chairman of Toyota, and they asked him about the new Celica, and he referred them to, I think, the current CEO, who then basically said the Celica is coming back. And so, yeah, I don't think the Celica has been around. I think they retired it back in 2005. And so, yeah, really exciting news from Toyota. Now, I don't think there's really all that much of a surprise about this. Toyota has been talking about their sports car legacy. So here's a press release from Toyota that was done a couple of weeks ago talking about the heritage of Toyota and its sports car legacies and the fact that they want their sports cars to be comfortable, but yet affordable. So I don't think that's a surprise. And we also had an image from an anime, a Toyota anime series that they kind of revealed, and I think Toyota just loves to play games, where they kind of revealed possibly the upcoming sports cars, with the Celica, of course, being included with that. But the Supra will also be updated. The MR2 looks like it also is coming back, which is really cool. I love the look of the MR2. And the GR86 is likely to be revised. And a brand new sports car, the GR GT3, which is rumored to be a V8 that's supercharged, probably hybridized or possibly being also a plug-in hybrid, who knows? But yeah, it's pretty exciting. So in regards to the Celica, it's rumored to have probably to use the 2-cylinder turbocharged engine, making over 400 horsepower with all-wheel drive. And so it's going to be a really great platform. I really like the Supra, but I don't know what it is about it. I don't like the bubbly looks of the cockpit. And I think the new Celica, I think the look of it is much improved, or at least what they report the look of the Celica is going to be. And so, yeah, that's really exciting. Now, they didn't really divulge anything in regards to the release date of the Celica, but I would imagine, giving all these teasers and stuff coming out, and probably the Celica being maybe the first one that's going to come back, I would imagine that they're probably going to confirm it and reveal it within the next year, and hopefully it's going to be either a 2026 or a 2027 model. So in our next piece of news, Toyota revealed their plans for the recall on the Toyota Tundra and Lexus LX V6 turbocharged engines. So if you don't know, there was a problem in the manufacturing of the engines for the 2022 and 2023 model. Now, it's unknown how many engines are actually affected, but it's likely if they're not taken care of, eventually they will have a failure. So Toyota had two options on whether to kind of rebuild the engines, remediating the problem, or just to replace the engine. And after they met with, different dealerships, their dealers council, and also talking to, kind of experienced techs, they decided to just replace the engines. Now, it's expected to take between 15 to 20 hours to do this engine replacement, and it's affecting over 100,000 engines. So Toyota is going to start doing this in December. They're going to start notifying customers, and the customers have to call in and make an appointment. And once they've done so, then they'll get scheduled, and they're going to have the option of getting a rental car. It's likely going to be a truck, so that they, if they're using it as a work truck, they can still continue to do their work. But Toyota gave an estimate that it's going to cost them between 30 to 50 million for these repairs. And I think that is actually a little bit low on the cost, because if you take that number and you divide it by the number of trucks, engines that they're going to have to replace, that would put it in the range of $3,000 to $5,000 of cost to do this engine replacement. And I've got to believe that the labor and all the time associated in the brand new engine, the price tag is certainly going to be higher than between $3,000 and $5,000. But I get, who knows for sure. But I got to give a lot of kudos to Toyota for really taking the time to plan this out and taking care of their Toyota Tundra customers. So good job for Toyota for doing that. Now, as part of this repair, dealers are actually going to get some new pieces of equipment. So typically, in order to do an engine replacement, you would have to remove the cab and then replace the engine. But Toyota is going to give dealers a brand new hoist that's going to allow the engines to lift, I think, between 3 and 4 feet higher. So it lets them clear the engine bay, and it will make doing that engine replacement a lot easier so they don't have to remove the cab. But this is going to be Toyota's most extensive recall in history. And yeah, I don't know how long it's expected to take them. Toyota thinks that most customers aren't going to call in right away to get this done because most of the vehicles are still working fine. At least that's what Toyota's hoping, because they're not going to have the staffing or the amount of engines on hand to do a massive recall and a massive engine replacement. So I think Toyota's hoping that they kind of trickle in and they get them done over time. So in our last news story, let's talk about the RAV4. Most experts thought that there would be a new generation of RAV4 for 2026. And most folks thought it was going to be introduced last week at the LA Auto Show. Well, the LA Auto Show came and went, and there was no revealing of a new RAV4. So what's going on? I think Toyota is probably putting the RAV4 just on hold maybe for a year or so. And it's not surprising given how well the RAV4 continues to sell. So if you look at Car and Drivers and what was basically the best-selling car in the United States this year, the Ford F-150, the Chevy Silverado pickup truck, and number 3 is the Toyota RAV4. So, why mess with success? Especially if you've got to spend $30 to $50 million or more on replacing 100,000 engines in your Toyota Tundra. So they probably want to make sure that they're getting everything perfect with that RAV4. It's likely that the hybrid system is going to be updated somewhat. It's likely going to have a revised plug-in hybrid engine, and they're talking about it also having an EV-only RAV4, and there's not going to be just a true internal combustion engine anymore. So given the issues that they had with the Tundra, they're probably making sure, hedging their bets, just to make sure that they've got everything perfect before going further. So yeah, I guess we'll have another year to wait on what the new RAV4 is going to look like. And hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully here in the next month, Toyota comes out with something, but I think we're going to have to wait one more year. This is Daryl with your Toyota news for the week of November 23rd. I'm going to be trying to do these news segments once a week, if there is enough news to talk about. And if you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next one again very soon.